This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 537 of the Stable Scoop Show on the Horse Radio Network. I am Glenn the Geek from Ocala, Florida. Well, we're back from our listener road trip for 2022. It was a lot of fun. We got to visit with Jamie out there in Oklahoma and do our 3,000th episode of Horses in the Morning. And then we headed off to our first trade show in a couple of years. Longtime listeners will know that we do special trade show episodes, or we did before COVID, every year, twice a year sometimes, where we bring you companies that are at the trade show that have brand new products out to the market. So you get to hear about them first before you see them in any stores right here on this show. Well, we have one of those shows for you today. It's a very special episode, bringing you brand new products from the trade show in Dallas, Texas. Now, this trade show was a combination of the Western English Sales Association and the American English Trade Association, WESA and ADA. This is the first time that they've actually been in the same building at the same time, so we were able to go and visit both of them. One focuses more on the Western side, one focuses more on the English side. We actually do a podcast for WESA, where I did another special episode with similar interviews that just came out. So today you're going to hear a little bit of Western and English, both sides, some horse health. I have about, 7 or 8 interviews for you. They're pretty short, but we did them right there on the trade floor, right there in their booth. So you'll hear a little of the background noise from the show. It's a lot of fun, and we're focusing on the brand new products they have coming out. So most of these won't even be in the store yet. They'll be coming out in the fall, and you can look forward to them then. We hope you enjoy this. It's always a fan favorite, and if I have enough, I'll do another one for the next episode of Stable Scoop as well. But first, we have to talk about Kemin Equine. A fallen section of fence can certainly throw a wrench in your day. Aside from the headache and repair bill, it might also allow your horses to get out and other creatures to get in. A fence is not unlike the intestinal barrier in this way. It needs to be strong and functional to keep the good bugs in and the bad bugs out. But what happens when you have a down section of fence or loosened tight junctions in the gut lining? Holes or leaks in your horse's intestinal barrier, known as leaky gut syndrome, can result in various health and welfare problems. It's not a small problem. Gut issues are the number one cause of premature death in horses, but there's something you can do about it. Good nutrition and attention to gut health can help promote immunity, performance, healthy weight, nutrient absorption, and a positive attitude. For optimal health, ensure your feed includes Clostat, Butapearl ZEQ, and Chemtrace Chromium from Kemin Equine. Learn more at kemin.com/leakygut. That's Kemin, KEMIN.com/leakygut. We'll try and get you a real variety on this show of different types of products, and I'll also put timestamps in the show notes for each company, so if you want to go back and listen to one, maybe you missed a link or something like that, they'll all be in the show notes as well. So you can look for the timestamps and the links in the show notes. Scroll left or right on your podcast player, up or down, however your podcast player works. First up today are some friends of ours we met at the last trade show before COVID. It was their first time, and they had one product. It's so good to see companies grow with hard work and a lot of effort. So I'm here with Connie and Allison, who we met probably 5 years ago at WESA, and they were stuck in a back corner. They had one product. We felt so bad for them. We went back and gave as much free publicity as we could, and it's Red and Goat. Did I say it right this time?
Yes.
Yay!
You got it. Nailed it.
It's the first time in 5 years I've gotten it right. It's Red and Goat Equestrian. And when you first started out, you had one product.
We did. We had one product, our signature coverall, which we literally have not been able to keep in stock the last couple of years. Now that the word has gotten out, it's been really, really awesome.
It was a winter coverall, and then you had come out with a lightweight rain suit.
Yes, we came out with a rain gear the next season. And so we have evolved since then. And this year here at WESA, and ADA, we are introducing our new line.
Well, what's the new line?
So we still have our signature coverall that we are well known for, and some new colorways this fall. Getting ready to launch those on the website soon. And
so
then
you said new colors in the coveralls?
New colors
like
in the
pink
coveralls.
And orange and blue.
It's actually a beautiful shade of brown.
Oh.
So, it's equestrian.
You are
it's
so
equestrian.
lively. I was expecting pink or orange or
It's
something.
still equestrian. When you're mucking out stalls, you want it to maybe blend in with your outfit a little bit. But we're launching separate outerwear pieces for the first time this fall. So we have a bib overall jacket set that has all of the amazing features that people know and love about us, but in a separate format. So you can, if you want something different and alternative to the coverall, we've got you.
And find the vets love it too. Any vets out there, they love the new
Well, it's lighter weight
bib.
than the other brand we won't mention,
Yes.
Coverall. That's the only one out there anymore.
It's much easier to work in.
It is lighter weight, right?
Yes, much lighter weight, but still does its job. It works just as hard as we do as horsewomen.
And lots of pockets from what I see. Which is what you want in
Tons
coveralls,
of pockets.
right?
Yeah, lots of storage options, even for equipment like crops and spurs, and then your essentials as well.
And it's cute.
Super cute.
Yeah. Do you guys know, you weren't born yet, but back, I think it was in the 80s, overalls were hugely popular with teenagers. Yes. Teenage girls would wear them. They'd wear them with very skimpy halter tops was the look. And I'm not lying. Look it up. And then so you're bringing them back.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get into like high-end Gap and stuff, and then you'll start a new trend all over again.
I mean, that would be really nice.
I don't know if the halter tops will be back, but we can figure something out.
We can try that.
Maybe we'll incorporate that into our photo shoot this year.
Oh, you can start the whole trend all over again. You need to get out of the horse world and the mainstream with these. I'm really serious, though.
We're in the fashion show this evening. Maybe we should tell. We're in the fashion show this evening. So
I hear it at Ada Wisa.
Yeah, we're at the fashion show at 6:00. But I think the models are already dressed, so we can't change it up.
No halter tops.
No halter tops.
Well, congratulations, one, for still being here and being as successful as you have been. Also, thank you for becoming a sponsor here on the Horse Radio Network with Adulting with Horses. You're a new sponsor there.
Yes, we're so excited about it. Heather is a close friend of ours, and we're so excited to work with her like this.
I'm
thank you.
Sorry for you.
No.
I'm picking on Heather here.
No.
She's a close friend of mine, too.
She's so great. And you're so great. Thank you so much for all that you've done for us. We appreciate it.
I hope we helped a little bit in the beginning, keeping you around, because I just felt so bad about your whole situation there.
We made it. We're here.
A few hard years. You could have started at the hardest time in the history of the world, right?
Yeah,
but you
fair.
did.
And with something people really hadn't seen before, so we're really excited that it's resonating with people.
You're the Steve Jobs of the equestrian world.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take that.
You brought out a product that nobody wanted, nobody needed, and still made it popular.
Oh, they needed it. They just didn't know they needed it.
Well, apparently we needed an iPhone too, and we didn't know.
No.
So look at you, Steve Jobs. Like you're going to be a billionaire someday.
Thank you.
What's the website? What's the website?
It's redinggoatequestrian.com.
You're going to spell it because nobody can spell the name. That is one thing I told you 5 years ago is change your damn name. Nobody's going to be able to spell it. Look, I was wrong. I was wrong. I admit it. See, I don't even remember what it means. Yeah.
It translates to riding coat, which we reinvented the riding coat. So we named the brand Riding Goat, which is an old French word. And it's not that hard. You just sound it out. REDINGOTE, equestrian.com.
Another small company that's worked hard to succeed. So I'm here with Erica from Equine and Design, and it's your first time at Ada, right?
It is. It is my first time here as a wholesaler at Ada, and super excited to be in Dallas.
How long has the company been around?
We started in 2017 and launched our first brick and mortar 2 years ago at Tryon International Equestrian Center.
Oh, yeah.
And have been growing since then, and now we're branching into the wholesale
So your
market
store
as
is
well.
right at Tryon?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh,
yes,
that's cool.
we face Ring 3.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
The first time I was at Tryon was for the World Equestrian Games.
Okay.
Yeah,
we were not there yet, but yes.
It's changed a lot since then.
It has changed a lot, but it's fun. I wouldn't change it for the world.
So what are the basics of what do you sell?
We sell graphic tees as well as customized show apparel that I design in-house, and I design all of the patterns. Nobody else has them. I have the trademark on the patterns, and they will come in different colors.
Specifically shirts, right?
Specifically shirts. I do have a breech line that is being released this week at
Oh,
Ada.
wow. Oh.
So people have been very excited about that as well. and I'm having a great time and a good response.
So what makes the shirts different than other people's shirts?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a rider, and this is my life. So I know what I like. I have also been on the retail side selling for other tack shops, and I know what the riders will buy. I like to have a technical shirt that will wick well. I am a redhead, so also something that has some UPF in it as well, because we are out there in the sun 24/7. And I'm looking to do something that is fashion forward, that you're going to wear walking around the show, but also the hunter judges are going to like underneath your show coat. Jumpers are going to love everything.
And it looks like you use, I don't know, is it called mesh? Is that
yes,
what it's called?
yes.
Okay.
So I do a mesh, and then as far as different types of mesh for certain parts of the shirts. And
the
then
sweaty parts.
The sweaty parts, yes.
That's
The
right.
sweaty parts get meshed, so that way they're very, very breathable. They wick great.
And it looks good anyway.
They look phenomenal on people's bodies, all body types. I do from extra small through 2XL, so no exclusions in our lines.
And what I do like about the shirts that are coming out today, and specifically yours, and I got to give credit to the people that are upstairs here in the Western world, is there is more Western influence coming into the English side than there ever has been before.
There is, definitely. We went through a stage where everything was white.
And
white,
boring.
navy,
Just let's face it, they were boring.
It was boring. It was as traditional and conservative as it could be. And now we have entered a stage of everybody wants something that's fashionable. It's also, even though it's a show shirt, it
has
can
a little
also be
flash, but not too much.
A little bit.
Right.
It can
We're
also be
still
a little
not
street
wearing
fashion.
fringe on our shirts.
We're not going to. From one hunter rider to another, we're not going to.
But the fact that hunters have branched out at all is a miracle, to be honest. So.
It is. That fact that we'll do zipper collars and buttons and snaps and everything else, though, we have definitely changed. And everybody wants things that are more technical, following kind of the golf lines.
And oh my God, there's a color green and a color blue.
I know. We do color now too. I also do a light blue. That most of these shirts also are available in, so that way we're in a light lavender. So that way you can have something that's not just white.
Very good. Where can people find them?
They can find them at www.equineanddesign.com. And you can also find me on Instagram at equine_and_design.
Very good. Good luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I saw this leather company that I had not seen before, and they had a great quality made products, and they were made in America. So I wanted to talk to them about it. So we met Riley from Range Leather Company, and I am a baseball hat guy, and that is what caught my attention right away as we were walking past your booth. Describe, what Range Leather does, and then we'll talk about the hats.
So we're a leather company based out of Laramie, Wyoming. We work specifically with a full-grain hide that we get from a tannery in Chicago, Illinois called Horween Leather. It's one of the oldest tanneries in the nation. We get the highest quality leather products or leather hides that we can from them, and then we take that full hide down, we break it down into the smaller products that you see on the shop floor, from earrings, bags, wallets, and even down to the leather patches that we make on the hats that you saw that caught your eye. So
I've seen a million earrings in my time doing these expos and shows and trade shows, but I have never seen the leather ones like you have. So the leather horseshoe ones are great. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to mix the quality of the new school buyer with the old school techniques that a lot of people haven't really been able to do, haven't done. They've forgotten how to do things the old American way that it should be done. So something that's going to stand the test of time, that we offer our lifetime guarantee with all of our products as well, because we make it all in house and can control that quality in house.
We're talking about specific products at this show, and the specific product I want to talk about are your custom hats.
Yes, sir.
So you have full grain leather patches that you emboss, right?
Yes, sir.
Stamp. Is that stamp? Is embossing and stamping the same thing?
A little bit.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of a comparison to what some of the other leather patch companies do that is different than what we do. A lot of companies use lasers, which is kind of a faux emboss. So they are burning the leather. It is a brand, but what makes us a little bit different is we use a custom CNC brass stamp to actually use a combination of heat and pressure to brand the patch. So not only do you get a little bit of that depth, that texture, that kind of creative darkness of the leather, but you also get the texture and the depth that's going to last a while.
Yeah. It's very old school. I mean, it looks retro almost now when you see that, because you've seen so much of the laser stuff.
Yeah, and we have been able to get all of the same detail that a lot of those lasers do, just because of the quality of our CNC machine.
So if somebody wants to get the leather patch with their logo on it or their farm name or whatever it is, they can do that through you.
Absolutely, yeah. What we would do is, with a $100 setup fee, we take that logo or design, whatever you're looking for, and we make that custom CNC brass stamp, and then we're able to use that to make a variety of different patch shapes, patch designs, and with after that $100 setup fee, the hat's wholesale at $15.
Very cool. I love them. I think they're great looking.
Awesome.
Where can people find them?
You can either contact us at contact@rangeleather.com. My name's Riley Sanchez, so if you wanted to email me, Riley@rangeleather.com. I'm the apparel production manager. I'd be happy to set them on the right path as well.
So RileyLeather.com.
Riley@rangeleather.com.
Riley@rangeleather.com.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our longtime friends from Weatherbeeta always have some new things to talk about.
Here at WESA at the Weatherbeeta booth, and of course at the Weatherbeeta booth, you're going to find all of the lovely collegiate tack. I'm here with Maddie, and Maddie's going to tell me a little bit about some of the collegiate bridles that are new or brand spanking new to the line. So what have you got going?
We are so excited to have these on the market today. So a couple of years ago, we launched the Collegiate Comfitech range of bridles. These are an ergonomic design. So what we're seeing a lot in the market today is everybody wanting something that's a little bit less traditional. So everything that is approved for FEI, for USEF, for all of your rated shows, but gives your horse a little bit more of a comfortable fit.
So these are all FEI and USEF compliant.
They are, yep, which was a real game changer for the industry as a whole. I mean, we think about the technology changes we've seen in saddles, and bridles kind of took a back burner for a long time. There wasn't really a lot of options on the market for new and different bridles until the last 5 years or so. So we came out with our Collegiate Comfitech range about 5 years ago. We had a really strong reaction to it, really great sell-through with our retailers, and within the last couple months, we've started some behind-the-scenes development on new styles within the Collegiate Comfitech range. So one that just landed in our warehouse this summer, which we're really excited for, is the Collegiate Comfitech Vogue bridle. So this has a little bit more of a fixed positioning to the design versus our Comfitech collegiate styles originally had a little more flexibility there. So this gives you that exact
When I look at
fit.
this, it's a little bit different. It doesn't have the ability to remove the bit with that little ring that's down near the bit. This looks like a traditional bridle with a slightly different cut to it.
Exactly. So this is a great option for somebody who wants a little bit more of that traditional design. So if we start looking up at the crown piece, we have a much wider piece than you'll see on a standard hunt bridle. We're going to have a little bit more cushioning to it here and a cut back behind the ears. So it's going to give more stability in the poll while still offering that flexibility. We think about wanting our horse to break over at the poll, being able to flex through the head there, but a lot of times they'll get pressure points on there when they do that with a narrow band at the top. So this wider band with additional cushioning allows them to really flex and break at the poll.
There you go.
What we're seeing from a design standpoint here, through the brow band, we just have a little bit more of a contoured cut to it.
So that way you don't accidentally have a brow band that's putting pressure above the eye socket.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We like that design there, definitely. It also gives that nice European style, too. So
Yeah,
you have a double
cool.
function there, too.
Look like the
Absolutely.
cool kids.
Keeps it nice and fun there. And then if you look down at your cheek pieces here, so we have a couple functions here. We've got a little bit of a wider base here. So this is going to give that stability. You pointed out earlier, some of those traditional ergonomic bridles have the rings, which gives you a lot of adjustability, but you don't necessarily have that stability in the nose.
So it could
band.
also move.
So depending on your horse,
Yes.
some horses like that consistency in the positioning of it. You think about your really sensitive guys, they're going to want something that keeps a little bit more of a fixed positioning. So instead of having to feel or function something different with their nose or with their bit
Right.
from their bridle, they're only feeling the cues from the rider. So
Right.
it gives you a little bit more of an exact
I like
option.
that the design where the crown of the noseband attaches to the nose of the noseband. It's all leather, and it's not going to put that pressure point on their cheekbone. I like that.
Absolutely. And if you look at the underside here,
Also
there's
padded.
a lot of padding on there. And
Squishy.
just single seams, so it gives you that really nice squish
Yeah, there's
to
no
it.
bumps. I like
Nice
that.
and
And it's all
smooth.
leather, isn't it?
All leather, all European bridle leather. So it has a really nice, soft, supple feel to it. And then if you look at your flash portion of the noseband here, you can see it differs from a traditional flash in two ways. First, that your noseband is a lot wider. So again, gives you a little more comfort there for the horse.
Right.
No direct pressure points. It's going to spread that pressure out a bit more. And your points of your flash are set farther apart. So instead of that single tab we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you're less likely to push the bit up in their mouth higher where you didn't want it.
Absolutely.
It only took us, a couple of 100 years to figure that out.
Just a few. We're on the right track now, though.
Yeah.
So we've got more options than we used to, which is what we want to see. So this is the Collegiate Comfort Vogue bridle. This is going to come just as a standard head style here, and then you have the option to purchase whatever style of rein you would like to go with it.
The reins come separately. Very smart, because reins are a very individual choice.
They are, and this crosses over to so many different disciplines now as well.
Yes.
So we didn't want to lock somebody in with the exact style of rein
And it comes
for
in
that.
black or brown.
Black or brown.
How many sizes?
Cob, full, and warm blood. So you have a
Yay!
lot of flexibility with those.
So when are these lovely bridles going to be available to those of us who want to go out and grab one really quick?
So the Vogue bridle is in stock now. So check your local retailer, check online. We do have these available to ship now.
Cool. And you've got some new ones coming out. When are they going to be in?
We do. So we have two other exciting options that will be in stock hopefully by the spring. So we're looking at preseason launch going into show season for next year.
There we go. And by the way, I'm going to put this at the very end, matching breastplates available as well.
Absolutely. We've got the ergonomic 3-point breastplates coming right up for you.
Next up is a cool little company you may have heard of with both human and horse products. Well, I'm so happy I met Carol from Virtue Soap Company right now, because we're at the end of 3 weeks on the road, and I feel like I need soap. So, Carol, why are you at a trade show for horses?
So we make a all-natural horse soap. We found lots of commercial soaps have preservatives and chemicals and stuff in them that bother their skin. So we went with all-natural. Comes in its own scrubber, and the scrubber part does not, it'll never collect any kind of bacterial.
So it's actually a bar of soap kind of in a loofah kind of thing.
Right, yep,
yeah.
which never collects any bacteria. So like if you looked at your sponge or your wash mitt that's sitting out on the wet, hot wash rack, it would be so full of bacteria. It's kind of gross. So this scrubber...
No, it's really gross.
It is really gross. I mean, don't look at your shower stuff, right?
Yeah.
So this never collects anything. So you're not rubbing that stuff back on your horse. And it's really... You can't spill it, because it's not a liquid. So like if you have a barn full of kids and you're like, wow, we're going through so much shampoo, you can't spill this. They can't put too much on.
Well, that was my question, because I've always used liquid like everybody else, right?
Yep.
And my pony, a Hackney pony, never liked getting a bath, so scrubbing was always a problem.
Right.
Now he's better. So my first question would be, does it suds up quickly?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that's the big thing.
It suds up really well, and it rinses really easily off, so you're not getting that soap residue left on.
So I scrub it right onto the horse?
Right onto the horse. Yep.
Oh. This is all new concept.
Like that's all you take to the wash rack. You don't have to have the bucket and the sponge and the scrubber. You
Oh,
don't-
really?
You just carry the soap to
Now
the wash
I want
rack.
some.
It's on a little lanyard, so you can put that around your wrist so it doesn't slip off. And we have 3 different ones. We have this one is citronella lavender, so that
Does it
helps
really
with
work
the
to keep
bugs.
the flies away?
It does.
It does?
Yep. And then we have a liniment one that you can use after you ride.
Smell good.
And then a chamomile oatmeal, which a lot of people are using for.
Well, that's just going to make the horse hungry.
No, I don't suggest you feed it. Yeah, the chamomile oil is really good for skin problems, for sure. And then we also make it for dogs for the same reason, because...
Oh, and you have it in the same kind of loofah thing.
Every horse person
Yeah.
has a dog, so you got to have you got
And
to
you
take
have
care of the
people
dog.
too?
And then we have people soap and a couple different people gift items that are all essential oil too. Okay, so we have also the brush blaster, which is like a grooming supply cleaner. You just throw it in a bucket of water.
So it's like a big tab.
Yep, a
Yeah.
big tab, and you can throw your brushes, your halters, your splint boots, bell boots, hoof picks.
I bet you I could even put my synthetic harness in
You
there.
could, yep. Yep, put it in a big, like a muck tub or whatever you have that's big enough for it to fit. I'm not sure how big they are. Fill it up with water, throw the brush blaster in there, walk away, and you come back and it will be clean. All you
So
have
it
to do
does
is
its
rinse
magic
it.
while we
while
just
you
let
do
it
other
sit?
things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I need this.
It's like the lazy man's way to clean things. You can just walk away and it comes back. It really, really, really works. We sell
Wow.
tons of those.
Brush blaster.
Yep. And they're great. They're not a huge price point. And like at Christmas time, I think everybody's stocking has one of those in it.
That's very cool.
Yeah, those are very cool. And we have a bug bomb that's all natural, citronella bug bomb. So you can put it like on the horse's ears or around their eyes or hard to reach places, and you can use it on yourself. So I use it when I garden because I can't stand the little gnats.
And can they find these in tack stores or online?
We have lots of tack stores.
Okay.
We also have a website, virtuesoapcompany.com.
virtuesoapcompany.com.
And actually at the bottom of the webpage, you can click on retailers and see if there's one near you.
Very good.
We have them listed.
This is a great Christmas gift idea.
It is a great Christmas
All
gift.
of it, actually.
Yeah.
From the horse soap to the people soap to the brush blaster.
The brush blaster.
Which I hope you have some of because I'm stealing this one. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
It's always good to see Patricia with Eco Gold at the trade shows. They have been a very long time sponsor of the shows here on the Horse Radio Network. And here's what Patricia had to say. So I am here in the Eco Gold booth with Patricia, our old friend. It's so good to see you in person again. It's been a while.
I know. Yes.
It's been a while.
Years.
Yeah. All the listeners that are listening to this right now know Eco Gold because we've talked about them for since we started. So that's 14 years now that we've been around, and it seems like that long that I've been seeing you guys at shows. But through some unfortunate circumstances, you're now the boss at Eco Gold and running the place.
Big boss. So far, so good.
Yeah, and Eco Gold's been known for quality, and that hasn't changed. Did you have trouble in the pandemic sourcing things, or was it pretty good for you guys?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I think because we actually manufacture the product, it's just finding supplies. The only thing is now you have to plan ahead a little bit more. So you have to get your foam, like instead of for a month's worth, maybe for 6 months worth, like you just have to buy in more bulk.
I was hoping you would mention the fact that it's made over here on the continent, and that the companies that did that, if they could source the materials, they did much better.
Yeah,
I was hoping you'd bring that up. I was trying to make that point.
Like locally made, it was a little easier, I feel, for us than someone who's just, has to wait for the product that is finished to come from overseas.
Now, you made a lot of people mad, though, because you discontinued one of your products a while back. You discontinued the Eco Gold boots.
Yes.
And that a lot of people got upset that you discontinued the Eco Gold boots.
Yes. It wasn't hate mail that I got, but it's like...
It was borderline.
Borderline.
Well, you know why? Because horse people get used to what they use, and they don't want to change. If it works, they don't want to change product, right? And boots don't last forever.
No.
So in a weak moment, you decided to go back and make boots again.
Yes. About a month ago, I had this idea, why don't we bring it back? I had...
Were you drinking? You weren't drinking?
No,
okay,
it was like a quiet week for me in the office. And now I'm trying to take Fridays off. Like mental health is very important. I feel that I work too much.
And the older we get, the more time I think I need off too, to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those 3 weeks, Labor Day is coming up. It's going to be awesome.
So what did you do?
So I don't know. I had time to think, and I'm like, you know what? We should maybe try and bring those boots back. And we worked on it, and then we sent an email to people saying, "Are you interested in would anybody be interested in boots again?" And I had 76 people put their name on a list, yes.
And
then we decided to make it. And I said, well, if I sell 36 pairs, I'll be happy. And I won't say how many we sold, but in 3 weeks, we sold more boots than in the entire history of the company. It was insane. We're still making boots. So if you've ordered some boots, I don't know when this is airing, but they're coming. We're making them as fast as we can. And the good news is we will schedule another production run as soon as this one's finished.
You should cancel every saddle pad and then bring it back again. I think that's the key. Now, you found the secret to business.
That's the key. Yeah, I don't want too many emails, angry emails, so I'm not going to do that. Actually, there's a half pad that is also coming back.
Yeah?
If you've known, if any of your listeners know the stabilizer half pad.
Yeah, we talked about that years ago.
We've discontinued it, and it's coming back this fall. It's going to be called the Secure half pad.
Is there a list?
No, but that's it. I'm like, I guess people like the vintage stuff.
But is there a list people can get on to be the first one to get it back? If not, you should make one.
Yes, soon it will. Well, the thing is, we don't have photos for the website yet.
Doesn't matter. They know the pad. They're going to buy it anyway.
So we're taking photos on this month September 20th, I think. And then as soon as we have them, they'll be up on the website. So
very good. Well, it's Eco Gold, and you can find it's ecogold.ca.
Yes.
And they, of course, have many more products than we've talked about here today. But it's just good to see you again.
Yes.
And everybody's going to be glad to hear your voice again. It's been a while. So.
I know. You have to invite me.
We're all still here.
I'll come.
We're all still here.
Hi, Jamie.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, one of the things that you see a lot at ADA is jewelry, but there are jewelers that stand out. And what's interesting with Michelle from Michelle McNabb Jewelry is we probably saw each other at one of her first big shows, which was the 2010 World Equestrian Games. Right?
Right.
Was that one of your first big shows?
It was my first big show, and I actually created the line for that show because a friend of mine had a local tack store in Cincinnati, and they invited me to come along with them to tag along and in their booth. And I only had about 2 pieces of equestrian jewelry, and they asked me with plenty of time, I think a year and a half in advance, so I created the line for that show.
How did it go? I'm curious.
I was floored because I sold like $20,000 worth of jewelry with them, and my prices were half of what they are now. So I didn't have any expectations that it would be such a.
Well, you only went
show.
to the show of the century. I mean, it's probably what's the biggest show we've had in 100 years, right?
And it was so exciting for me because just to be around all of the horses and the best in the world, and it was just, I think the energy there was just amazing. And
Jennifer worked there too. She was there.
Oh wow! Yeah. What did you do?
I worked at a retail booth for a local retailer.
Okay.
So I didn't get to see a lot of the competition, but I was there for the whole thing, and the entire 14 days was just electric.
Oh, it really was amazing. I mean, I have chills talking about it, actually.
I was lucky enough to have a press pass to get everywhere and see everything. So that was cool.
We just got in with our vendor passes to everything. I don't know, we thought we belonged, so we just got into everything.
It was fun. So who designs your jewelry?
I do. So I actually carve each piece in wax, and they're hand carved. It's called the lost wax casting process. So each piece is originally made in wax, and then it's cast, and you are created with the actual piece of metal. So I can make it in silver, I can make it in gold, and they're all signed. Each piece is hand signed, and they're all sterling silver. They're rhodium plated, and you have
necklaces and earrings and bracelets, everything.
Everything. I do stock tie pins, and then I also do some enamel work, and those are completely one of a kind because the cast pieces I can make a mold of, and I can make more than one. But these are hand painted enamel,
really
which
cool.
is glass on metal, and each one. So I draw the horse. So I think probably the most unique thing is that I just love horses and always have, and so I feel like I try to just capture that.
Well, it's beautiful, and you have the designs are all over the place, right? So you have a little bit of everything design-wise. Rings also. I didn't mention rings, but
I do. I have rings too.
Yeah.
I have pins. I have keychains.
I have to say, I think the enamel work is some of my favorite. I'm looking at these guys. That is some of my favorite. I never knew that it was glass on what?
On metal. So it comes like sand, and then you fire it. And they're really labor intensive. So each piece is fired probably 5 or 6 times. And I fill it, fill it again, fire. You fire it for 3 or 4 minutes each time.
I never knew how that was done.
So this one I actually carved the wax and then made the piece, and then it's fired, and then it's also signed on the back. And I can make different colors for different people.
And that does make it unique because you don't see a lot of enameled jewelry in the equestrian.
No. Oh, let me show you these. They're belt buckles. This is my newest stuff.
Belt buckles.
So this is called cloisonné enamel.
Okay, anybody who's watched Antiques Roadshow knows what cloisonné is.
And so I form all of that in metal wire and then fill that with enamel. This piece probably took me about 40 hours to make.
So that is something I would feel very comfortable seeing on your average cowgirl gal. That's very lifestyleish. The blue one is just gorgeous.
And then I can write an inscription on the back. So this is a feather, and it's called the white feather. And then I wrote a little message to myself.
Yeah, that's neat. Now, can I have the feather on a belt buckle, please?
Of course.
I love that color.
Yes.
So I would call your jewelry very organic feeling. It's very soft and subtle and calming in design. So is your jewelry available at retailers?
It is. I have a website that has all of my retailers.
Oh, so you have
it.
the Find a Retailer button.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, because a lot of retailers don't have that, or wholesalers don't have that button. Thank you. So
yes.
If you want to get your jewelry for Michelle McNabb Jewelry, they can go to
my website,
which is
Michelle MICHEL MCNABB.com. And they can follow me on Instagram as well. I show a lot of the process on Instagram.
Oh, that's fun.
Videos.
That's really fun. Cool. So Michelle McNabb. If you can't remember the website, that's okay. Michelle McNabb Jewelry. You'll find it online. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed this look at some of the new products coming to the market. As I said, the timestamps and links are in the show notes if you need to go back and re-listen to one or find a particular one. Thanks to the good folks at WISA for allowing Horse Radio Network to produce the Wisdom by WISA podcast, and we look forward to the next show in January. You can catch my daily show called Horses in the Morning, of course, at horseradionetwork.com. You can find all 21 of the other shows that we do. Now, go shopping.